Welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, we're making a delicious and easy one-pot meal, Cajun chicken in a creamy velvety sauce. This dish is perfect for a weeknight dinner or impressing guests with minimal effort. My kids love this recipe. We start by prepping the sauce ingredients. So we're gonna need 1.5 cup of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of hot sauce. I'm adding here 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. It's not gonna make it sweet, but it adds a little kick, so you should add it. Half a teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/3 of a teaspoon of hot chili pepper flakes, and about 1 pinch of cayenne pepper. We add the 1 cup of heavy cream and give it a mix. Now you can also add mustard, which is optional again, but I like to always add a teaspoon of mustard to the sauce for that extra kick. And that's it. We leave it on the side. Now we're gonna move on to the chicken. You can use 2 to 4 large boneless chicken breasts, and we slice depending on your family size, and then we slice them in half, so we want them thinner so that they cook through. And then we're just gonna season them. If the meat is a little too wet, just pat it dry with some paper towel, and then we season it all over with Cajun seasoning. Make sure you flip them over and season on each side, and then we're gonna add a little bit of flour again to make sure that the meat won't stick to the skillet and it'll form a nice and golden crust, which will add a ton of flavor to your recipe. So instead of dirtying other pots or dishes, I just like to mix everything on my cutting board, and I just season it all over there, mix it with my hands, get the skillet hot, add some oil to it, and start frying your chicken. Once it's in the oil, make sure that you don't move it or touch it too much because it will be sticky. So let it sit there for about 4 minutes per side, and then you flip. So it'll release itself, and you can flip it over and cook it for another 4 minutes to form that golden, tasty crust. So I'm just working in batches. I'm saving the cooked chicken breast on the side, adding a little bit more oil, and adding the rest of the chicken breast pieces. In the meantime, you can also boil some rice or noodles or get some salad ready, clean the kitchen. Feel free to add your favorite vegetables also so that you can serve everything together. I'm adding 10 ounces of diced tomatoes to the skillet and scraping that delicious fried chicken leftover goodness. I'm also adding the garlic and about 3 tablespoons of butter. Mix it together a little bit and then add the flour, about 3 tablespoons, 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour, and cook it for another minute, stirring constantly so that it won't stick and burn, because the flour burns easy. And then we add the sauce in small splashes so that you form that lump-free sauce. And then we add the rest of the sauce. And make sure you add the rest of the seasoning to the rest of the ingredients. It smells so good already in the house. It's amazing. You bring it to a boil, a gentle boil, and again, just mix it every once in a while so that it won't burn. Bring it to a gentle simmer. And let it simmer there for about 5 minutes or so. Again, I like to mix it every 1 or 2 minutes. Make sure that the bottom doesn't burn. We add the juice from half a lime and 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Just cook for maybe another minute or 2 minutes until you see that the cheese has melted in. And then we add the chicken breasts. Make sure you submerge all of the meat pieces into the sauce so that it'll cook a little bit more. And all of that flavorful sauce will permeate into the chicken. If you have a lot of chicken, just make sure that you spoon over some of the sauce and make sure it's all covered. We just let it simmer gently for about 4 or 5 minutes. Not too much because the chicken will dry up, so do not overcook it. And again, I'm just giving it a little mix, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. And that's pretty much it. I have my steamed rice ready, fluffing it up. And there's lunch. Such an easy recipe, but it's so filling, so delicious, and it stores well in the fridge. I like to have leftovers, so I like to make like a big batch like this so that I don't have to cook the next day, or we always have something ready to go in case we have a busy day. The chicken is so soft and so juicy. We add a little bit more sauce because it's so tasty. And I like to dress it up with a little bit of cilantro from the garden and some lime wedges, which you can just squeeze as you like on top of the chicken while you serve it. And that's pretty much it. It's such an easy recipe, so juicy inside, so tasty, and it literally takes you 15 minutes of prep time and about 30 minutes of cooking time. It's ready in 40-45 minutes, and you have a delicious filling meal with leftovers in mind. Who doesn't love leftovers? If you're gonna have leftovers, it's amazing. I hope you enjoy the recipe. I hope you give it a try and let me know in the comments how you make your own Cajun chicken. Until next time, please check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell button so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Enjoy!